So there are 7 games left in the season, and one game, game 3 against Boston, and then we have 3 against Toronto and 3 against Tampa. And the Yankees have some really, really great momentum right now. With an unbelievable, not only comeback, but unbelievable grand slam by Giancarlo Stanton yesterday in the 8th inning. That was his best home run. That was the best home run he's ever hit, his biggest home run he's ever hit as a Yankee. And he is locked in, and I say this a lot. He's like, when he's locked in is when he's hitting singles across all over the freaking place and doubles all over the freaking place, like bloops, opposite field, and everything. And then he's obviously hitting his home runs too. That's when you know when he's locked in. And when he's locked in, it's almost impossible to get him out. And so I'm hoping he stays locked in for the remainder of the season and into the postseason. But the Yankees have a pretty good chance. I feel better about their chances of making the wild card than I did a couple days ago. But they need to complete this sweep, and they need to not take their gas, not take their foot off the gas when they head into Toronto. Because keep in mind, they're playing Toronto, but Boston's playing someone else. So Boston can continue winning. So the Yankees have to continue winning. So, and if they do, they're at the very least separating themselves from Toronto, but they still have to make sure that they're not closing the gap, or Boston's not closing the gap with them. So I got to keep this going. You got Jordan Montgomery on deck today. And we need him to close out this series and put him in a position to win. We need the offense to keep going. We need the rest of these guys to step up and contribute too. Yesterday was the Geo show, and totally fine. We need a more balanced attack here. So I'm glad Odor's getting an opportunity to play. Hopefully DJ comes back healthy. But that shot by Odor yesterday that was caught by Hunter Renfroe, that would have been a home run deep into the Yankee field. Into the right field stands in Yankee Stadium. So, it doesn't look like he's lost his timing, even though he hadn't played in 16 days. So I'm hoping that he gets an opportunity to play a couple more games while DJ recovers. That's a more than adequate replacement for DJ. But let's keep this rolling. They have it. I'm feeling pretty confident about their chances to get a wild card spot now. But again, we need them to step up against Toronto. Need them to step up. We got to win that series regardless, no matter what. But aside from that, I want to give you two moments. I think I'm going to start adding this to my videos. 2 moments, or just to this day in Yankees history. And I'm going to give you 1 or 2 moments each day that happened on this particular date, September 26th, and I'll do it each day in the history of the New York Yankees. So in 1955, Casey Stengel was managing the team, and it was the final game. It was the final day of the season. He decides to have some fun. So what do I mean by that? He takes Yogi Berra, who was catching, and he puts him at third base, and then he moves Mickey Mantle to shortstop for the game. The Yankees didn't win that game, but those 2 guys played really well. But it was such an odd thing to see, to put Yogi at third and Mantle at short, where neither one of them was a fit, just to have some fun. And the Yankees had a good team that year, so he can afford to do that. But this generally doesn't happen with the Yankees, with a Yankees manager having fun like that. So it's kind of cool to see. So that was the first one, and the second one happened in 1961. Today's the day Roger Maris ties Babe Ruth for the 60th home run. So that's the other day in Yankees history, and obviously we know he broke the Yankees record a few days after that, and with his 61st home run, which to me is still the untainted Major League home run record. I'm not sure honestly about Bonds and McGwire and Sosa, so I'm really not sure. Even though the substance McGwire was taking was not banned at the time, so, and it wasn't an anabolic steroid, but that said, and he was always a Hulk coming into baseball. Like, he was a giant when he started at the Major League. So, Bonds was not. Bonds looked like me, and then at the end of his career, looked like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It's a huge difference, and even Sosa too, who's also put on some serious size in his second half of his career, and strangely enough, too, Sosa no longer looks like Sammy Sosa. He looks like me. If you take a look at his pictures recently, crazy. So what a transformation there too. And but yeah, so those are the 2 days in Yankees history. I wanted to share it with you guys. I'll do it tomorrow again, and I think I'm gonna keep doing it now as long as you guys and gals don't mind. So I wanted to add a little spice to the videos, but they have an opportunity here to really, really close this out. So I'm hoping that they stay advantage. I'm hoping that they stay locked in. And again, we need a more consistent offensive attack, more balanced offensive attack, and need that bullpen to keep grinding away as well with the rotation. Luis Severino looks fantastic in a bullpen, and I'm hoping that he continues to stay that way. It looks like we have Jameson Taillon and Johnny Lasagna that are going to be activated for the Toronto series. So more pitching reinforcements coming. So that's another piece of good news. But have a great day, everybody, and I'll talk to you guys later for our live stream post game. Over.